Hi, I'm Mutt Wilson with Brangen and Kluge. Today I'm going to show you a couple of new options that you can get on your 14x22 series press. We will be showing these new features in May coming up at Drupa. One of them is actually the heated Platen, and the other one is the adjustable dwell, patent pending adjustable dwell system. And I'm just going to describe as I go the benefits of each. But the first thing I'm going to do is actually just hit a couple of sheets, just without the heated Platen, without the adjustable dwell, just to show you it's actually a combination die, a pretty large combination die for this size press. The benefits of both of the things that I'm going to show you is going to save make-ready time. So where all of this area is missing, instead of having on these islands inside these big continents, instead of taking the time and going underneath and packing and doing spot make-ready, you can speed up, for short-run jobs especially, speed up the amount of time it takes you to get good quality sheets. So first thing I'm going to do is turn on the heated Platen now, and hopefully so we can keep rolling so you see that I haven't pulled anything in between the shots. But like you're used to seeing on a Kluge, there's two heat zones, left side, right side, and now will actually be the heated Platen in the center. So now what it's doing is actually heating up. There's heat elements inside the Platen, so it's heating up your make-ready, your counter, if you have one, for a combination die where you're embossing at the same time. If you think about it, when they make those precast counters, they're generally made from a die that's at 200 or 220 degrees when they make a precast counter. So to get everything out of that counter without doing spot make-ready, it would be better if it was back up to some kind of a temperature. Right now I'm just set at 130 degrees. I'm just warming it up. It also makes your sheets a little bit more pliable. When the sheets are warm getting squeezed, the fibers in the paper are a little more forgiving. The second option while it's heating up is the adjustable dwell system that I'm going to show you today. All kinds of great features there. Besides the heated Platen to help you with speeding up, make ready, the adjustable dwell is actually true dwell time. You know, we've had in the past dwell arms. Well, they actually give a little bit more time that the die is in contact with the stock. But this new feature will actually let you set the dwell time. It actually stops on impression, and it's true dwell. It sits there, lets all your foil transfer, and lifts back off. You can change two things with that option. I'll show you. There's a time on, so if it's a fairly simple job and you only need it to be on impression for a quarter of a second to transfer the foil, saving on spot make ready, you can set it for that. You can actually turn it up. I think what I'm going to show you today, it's over a second that it's actually on impression. Because I'm going to get into these sheets that I had laying around. The back side of them were actually have aqueous coating on it. A few years ago, we printed this big poster, and when we got them, I really had trouble getting the foil to stick to it because our printer had aqueous coated them. We had to get 6,000 sheets reprinted without the coating to get the foil stamped, to get the foil to stick to it, because I had these big solids. And the Passion is actually a combination die, and once we reprinted them without the aqueous coating, because we didn't have this feature, it printed fine. So I'm not sure what temperature we're up to, but it's probably at 100 degrees. Room temperature today, I think it's like 72 degrees in here. So as it's heating up, actually getting a little bit better. This is before the heated platen, and this is as it's warming up. You can see without any spot make ready, it's already starting to fill in a little bit better. And it's probably only at 90 degrees, the counter, the make ready. Another good feature for the heated platen is customers that are die cutting plastic. There's two things you can do. You can actually feed the sheet in, and it actually is warming up when it's more pliable and cuts easier, which takes less tonnage, less wear on the Kluge, and it actually expands your foil coverage or the amount of lineal inches that you can die cut in plastic because it's warming up. Another feature working with the heated platen is if you had the adjustable dwell system, you could feed the sheet in there and have the machine stop before it goes on impression so the sheet has a chance to warm up a little. So the other part of the adjustable dwell is the drift timer. I talked about how long it'll stop on impression, and the other part of that is you can actually change the position the machine will stop. Another benefit for that feature would be if you had printed sheets that were numbered or personalized and you wanted to cut down on your waste, or if you had a sheet you can't waste, or if you did have an operator have a misfeed, you have to wait, stop, have it reprinted, bring it back to the Kluge, feed it through, stamp it, so the numerical order stays intact. So you could actually feed a sheet, stop the machine before it goes closed, check for register. Yes, that sheet's going to register, and let the machine run. And you can see little by little it's warming up, it's getting better and better. The little islands have started to fill in. So when we're done with this test on the heated platen, or an example of the heated platen, I'm actually going to run the back side, which is the aqueous coating. Just waiting for the temperature to come up. And you can physically feel that the make ready is getting warmer, but I think the hottest I've ever done is like 150 degrees. Right now I'm set at 130. So in the time that it's taken to do this video, we've went from this sheet with missing foil and the continents, not changing anything but adding heat to the platen, and we've went to this. And then it's possible you might have to do a little bit of spot make ready on some things, but you've shortened your make ready time from, on a die this size, could be a half hour, could be an hour, down to just letting the machine heat up to 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So, advantages of the heated platen. Now, same sheets, just doing the back side of these, bottom half of the sheet. Now I'm going to feed in the same stock, upside down, so the aqueous coating is to the die. And I'm sure everyone was going to understand this. It went from all of the coverage to aqueous coating, rejecting the foil. All of this from that. Now if you add adjustable dwell, which is simple as turning on a switch, Yes, I've already adjusted that it's going to stop on impression. Turn the adjustable dwell on. And now you see it's actually stopping on impression. Probably preheated foil, but you can already see the increase in coverage. Still could do a little bit of spot make ready, but once again, we went from this to that. Once again, we will be at Rupa in May, showing these features. Thanks for your time.